But I can tell you that as we speak today, the economy is stronger, is robust. You are aware of how high fuel prices were a year ago. You can see how we have even reduced fuel year on year as we speak in our inflation. Month on month.
Can you politicians ever be honest on some of these? This
is a very honest. This is a very honest reflection. This is a very, very honest reflection.
Nana has some reflection. So
please go ahead.
In a bit.
I mean, Moody.
You don't say politicians.
Moody rates.
Doc, let's listen. Let's hear it out.
Moody gives our ratings, and we accept the ratings. If it's negative, we accept it. If it's positive, we accept it. Why is it that when
the same way you accepted it when they were downgrading you, that one they
didn't accept it. They said they were not correct.
So I mean, I think that there are true reflections.
Folks, let me do my second paper.
You didn't make.
Nana, you want?
No, I just wanted to say something.
I had an opportunity to
let Nanaya. I think she may have a reaction to it.
Ben, you said something. You say you politician, you should be able to.
Well, some politicians.
No. You see, there's a government in power, and Paul Gray belongs to that government. So if you are talk about MPP in government.
Nanaya,
we are all
politicians of different.
No. We are all politicians. I'm saying that it is not the same.
Like a broken record.
So don't say you politicians. Say that your government, the politicians in the MPP government. You said it when Moody downgraded us. They said Moody doesn't have the requisites this thing to downgrade. Their data is not correct. They said all that. Today you are saying that the outlook is good. They are even saying outlook. They are not saying that government is good. They say outlook.
No, but we knew that the economy had recovered even before.
Okay, do you buy fuel? Fuel is 70 cedis a gallon.
I buy fuel every single day.
And how you could fill your tank. And then that is the point. So let's leave it.
I paid 400 Ghana cedis to fill my tank.
Okay, thank you. So there's one story.
How many liters do you use for your tank?
Oh, I use a small car. It's a small VW that I use.
Because I use 1.6 liters, one of the smallest.
Mine is about 1.4.
And what you are saying, I don't know.
But if you use a small car, it's not everybody who uses
something.
No, I use a very small car. I fill my tank for 400 Ghana.
You cannot use your own.
You fill your tank for 400 Ghana. I use a small car, Dr. Togo, but now 400 cedis doesn't fill my tank.
That's for the car that you use.
What kind of car is it? Is it a motorbike or what?
400 cedis will not.
No.
400
it will not fill anywhere close to
I
house.
want to see have the smallest car among the.
No, but 400.
So just help us. What kind of car do you drive?
I drive a VW.
VW what?
VW Polo, small Polo.
A Polo.
So your tank for 400 Ghana cedis.
Small car. It's a very.
No, maybe it's a motorbike.
Let's do one more story.
The consumption is very low.
That's so everybody should drive a Polo because you are driving a Polo.
That's what I've said. But then you're asking me how much.
No, I am saying so you cannot use your own as an indicator.
Yes, but
there are people who have big cars. There are people who work outside the car.
You can let us know how much you fill your tanks for.
I know that when you use a big car.
Let us know. Okay, Doc.
I can't even fill my car.
So the custodian newspaper now, just
you
one
know
story.
The car and then have you bought me a car?
EC keeps trust. And that story is on page 3. The Electoral Commission has given details of all the polling centers that would be used for the 2024 general election as part of efforts to maintain transparency and credibility of the electoral process, as well as keep trust with the people of Ghana. It published and announced that 40,975 polling centers will be used for the December 2024 election, presidential and parliamentary election. And this is in line with Regulation 18, Clause 1 of Public Elections Regulation 2020, which stipulates that for the purpose of taking the poll, all designated places to be used as polling stations for electoral elections shall be published on the website of the Commission, and a copy of the publication shall, within 60 days to an election, be given to political parties and any candidates contesting the election. I actually checked, and it's on their websites. They've published that. So I just wanted to bring this into light because there's a lot of controversy surrounding the EC's credibility and integrity. So if they're delivering on their mandates, publishing polling centers and doing all that, that's something we can commend. And that's the last story I'm doing here. Benjamin.
The unfortunate bit is that because of some internet issues this morning, we are not streaming live, because if we were, I would have loved to hear people's responses. I don't think if you were even using a tico today, which you don't see anyway, but if you were using a tico today,
don't waste. The time is going. So he said he drives a VW. He doesn't even know that a VW consumes, no matter how small.
Ben
it
wants
is.
to do his papers last. So Nana, let's get into yours.
Okay, so we are
now.
not commenting on those ones.
No.
Right?
The EC, if you have a comment on that.
But EC says all manner of things and they do things, differently. I have a picture here. Nanado is laughing when Galamsey is killing us here. He's happy laughing. He's happy. Look at this picture. It doesn't show somebody who is worried about Galamsey. Okay. Group defense.
What? So the president can't.
Oh, please.
The president cannot be excited about
He's excited because he doesn't. I'm not excited. I won't be excited about anything in this condition that we are. In this situation, but look at him, he's hale and hearty. It's nice, it's good, beautiful smile. But we are suffering. Group defense.
And this is the Ghanaian publisher.
Yeah, the Ghanaian publisher. Group defense, I don't know what is it with this man. It's all over the place. He said he's embezzled 2 million Ghana cedis and he has resigned. Yeah. If he's embezzled, then they should prosecute him. If truly, why should he resign? Just like that.
Well,
this is truly true.
Their image has been.
Yeah, because it doesn't. I just saw it. They didn't give any reason for him. Resigning though.
But have you followed the story?
No, I haven't.
It talks about one person saying that he wanted a loan. I think he's in the cashew industry. He needed a loan urgently, up to the tune of about 12 million Ghana cedis. And supposedly he paid over 2 million cedis in some sort of kickback to the board chair. And that demand had been made over time of him. And yes, and eventually he had got to the point where he had now taken it up, and I think he had brought it up and he wanted the money back. But it also goes down to, and I'm not accusing the Kwewuman Henry of anything. Let the systems do that. There are systems in place. But I'm saying that whole bit about banks and maybe you can get a loan if you know the right people whose hands you can grease and all of that. I'm not saying that is the case, but those things ought to be.
So I have a
but Nanaya, the final bit. You were asking why has he... So. No. On that bit, you were asking why has he resigned. Is it not also in the corporate ethics? The bank will bleed from this. They were suffering the effects, stakeholders and all of that. Is it not right, though he's not been cleared or, convicted,
that's what I'm
for
saying.
him to resign? It's the right thing.
No, I'm saying that if the man, nobody has told us that the man has been prosecuted based on this. The giver and the taker are both guilty. This is about a bribe. Inducement. It's not about he taking money like from the bank. So if we are dealing with corruption, bribery and corruption, then this man has taken a bribe, if that is what it is.
Exactly.
And there are laws regarding that to the loan. So there's no ESLA. Because when ESLA was done, it was meant to deal with some of the issues we are seeing where the utilities would need money to do certain things. Now, ESLA is
but we are doing Doom CAC and it comes with...
No, Doom CAC...
I don't think they are even experiencing any of those.
Paul, are you not in Ghana?
I am. No, you see,
you have a generator.
When your power goes
automatic switch over.
Hour or two, it's not Doomsaw, it's neither Doom CAC. It may be a localized issue, but I haven't experienced.
And it's rampant.
In the neighborhood that I live in, I haven't.
Where do you live?
I should put that on national television.
But then you say they don't bring your neighborhood.
Well, in the neighborhood that I live in.
No, but maybe they know you live there because seriously, we are all experiencing it.
He inadvertently mentioned when he was talking about the accident.
He mentioned it
in a way. Constituencies as well that are closer to my constituency that I live in. I don't see any of those things. Let's not.
But you are not in Ghana.
I am in Ghana.
No, I am
in Ghana. I live here. I drove from home to come here.
I don't think. I
didn't fly from.
I don't think.
Have you experienced any power outage?
Yes, for 2 hours last night, I didn't have power.
But it came on
sometimes 4 hours.
After 2 hours.
Yeah,
mine was
the point is that
no, you see
the light.
The idea.
I'm home, so I cannot.
That's another thing.
That as an
there are times have been,
No,
and I can always
The
tell you
the idea of wanting to push that there is doomsaw or there is doomsay.
no one is.
The lights are going off.
I'm just
They
saying
should
that
tell us,
in
that's
recent
all.
times,
Yeah,
a lot of people
there can be a localized issue. It can be a
Tema,
localized
That's the area.
issue.
where I live, other places, people keep saying,
it can
the
be a
lights,
localized
the lights
issue.
are going off
Yeah,
because
it can be a local- I
for
don't
some
experience
months it wasn't really, but now it
I don't
started, and
experience that.
in 2 weeks, if I've had power outages 4 times.
I don't experience that.
Okay.
And I don't have
Okay.
a plant as Nanaya is suggesting.
Okay.
Yes, I live
because
in a
we-
local environment.
But we go
But
off.
we have limited time. Let's get
The
rid
last
of
one
it.
it was 6 to 12.
Ghanaian lives in.
6 to 12. I
So
went off.
the Republic Press front page says economy is back on track. One of the positive stories that you can have on the Republic Press, as Moody talks about the stable to positive outlook. There are inconsistencies about the car crash. Some say 4 people
Some say
8.
the Daily Guide
are
reported
dead.
2.
Cynthia
Some say
Morrison.
3 girls. You
Yeah.
mentioned 2.
Yes. So the car had 3 girls and a driver. Okay, and
But some say 3 perished. The girls.
yes,
That's
so
another.
How old
I'm
are they?
aware. I'm
How old
12,
are they?
11 years old. Yeah, I mean,
From one parent.
I think the ones that I'm aware that died, as my children told me, were different parents, but they are in the same community or school. And so it's been very, very sad. I've been watching their status this morning, and there are lots of things that are ongoing. But maybe we can just read the story of the 4 crash, because it says that devastating car accident occurred at Saturday, East Legon, resulting in the death of 4 individuals. The crash, which alleged a speeding Jaguar and an Acura, has sent shockwaves through the community. Eyewitnesses claim the Jaguar, allegedly driven by the popular pastor Salifo Mwako, was traveling at an excessive speed before colliding head-on with the Acura. The impact was so severe that both vehicles crashed into an electric pole, sparking a fiery inferno that engulfed both cars. Videos of the crash captured by nearby CCTV cameras went viral on social media over the weekend, fueling widespread outrage and speculations. There are some social media reactions. Rumors surrounding the incident spread rapidly on social media platforms, with many users expressing condolences and others demanding justice. And then some demands from the community of East Legon. I also have the positive outlook, which I think all of us have spoken about very strongly this morning. And I also see that Juventus, who is the first Ghanaian deaf lawyer, also was called to the bar, which is a lot of
Is
commendation.
he going to have facilities at the court?
We can. I think those facilities
They are
are
there.
made very available.
I think you could also do the story.
see.
My Joy Online has it. Please flip to the page before.
Which one?
I think those who do well should be celebrated. Bolt drivers, honesty wins praise. And
Yeah. Both drivers.
Have you seen that story?
No,
Maybe you
drew
can-
my
you can
attention.
just take
You
a
just drew
swipe.
my attention.
He doesn't take Bolt.
Albert Kwanzaa, a Bolt driver in Ghana, I use Bolt sometimes, has captured the hearts of many with extraordinary display of honesty after a passenger mistakenly transferred 38,000 to his mobile money account. I don't know, 38,000 mobile money takes about 50,000.
Yeah.
So how does
There
that
were repeated.
transfers? Okay. Well, we commend him. I think this.
So the person was
this
was
has
trying
been-
to transfer it
this
to
has
another
been-
person, mistakenly
Yeah.
kept transferring it to him. And then when they reached out, he said, he showed them where he was. He stopped, waited.
Yeah.
They came and met him.
Yeah.
He even left his phone with the person. That he has 2 phones, but the other phone may go off. And he left his phone with the person to continue transferring back to
him.
himself
Okay,
and
that's-
all that. So
It's commendable. I mean, I think that we've seen some of
In
these
fact, you can watch
generosity and
watch him
kindness.
tell the story himself. Noella hosted him on Talk No the Cook Rice, one of our podcasts for Mean House. You can find it on YouTube and get all the details.
Yeah, I think that, recently we see a lot of people being kind. Well, Baumia's solution to Galamsey is the most practical that I've heard. Nanaba, I've seen that making a lot of waves. You can find that in a manifesto over here in terms of the bold
Then let him
solutions
play.
and selfless leadership that we have. Baumia and Napo, perfect match to move Ghana forward. That is from Kukufu. Let me go to the Daily Searchlight. ADB board chairman resigns following expose. I think much has been spoken about it. It would be good for ADB to bring out a statement so we can be able to know what is going on.
they have put out a statement in respect of the resignation.
Okay. Jospong Group to help Ugandan government tackle waste management. STEM innovation begins today, 2024. I see that McDan is talking about thinking globally, acting locally. GRA exceeds revenue target. First 3 quarters of 2024. The board chair has said that.
Who is the board chair?
The board chair is the former Minister for Railway, Joe Gate, and then talks about the Citizen app, which was launched last week, which is a data interoperability app that is ongoing. I think the Indian politician Baba Siddiq was shot dead in Mumbai. Our condolences to him. All major development projects in Banda have been through the MPP. The Omahin says that very strongly. Scale up savings to domestically mobilize revenue for development. Nanaye's favorite, Deputy Bank of Ghana Governor, my favorite as well. STEM Innovation 2024 begins today. We are wholeheartedly behind you, Banda Traditional Council, to Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. And this would be my stories for this morning.
Okay, so I have just a few minutes. I'm going to run you through the headlines. 8 killed, others injured in 2 separate gruesome road crashes. And that one has to do with the Kumasi stretch alone. 8 persons were killed and several others injured in 2 gory road crashes at, well, there's East Legon actually in Accra and Akedie in the Kumasi-Accra Highway in the Ashanti region. That place name, I always decide to pronounce it a certain way. At East Legon, a 4x4 Acura, it goes on and on, but we've already dealt with that story. 6 grabbed for alleged land encroachment, improper sand winning in Accra. And sand winning is another thing. As we talk Galamsey, sand winning and where it is done and how it's done. That one is an Accra, mainly, not just Accra, but here, many parts of, the region are affected. Parliament reconvenes tomorrow as government seeks to revoke Environmental Protection Regulations 2023. How we could go through with LI 2462, only God knows. Any country that is thinking. But of course, the processes that some of these things go through. So before it gets to the floor of Parliament, and that is something else we ought to look at in terms of our legal framework, how things go before they get to Parliament, because sometimes lobbyists and people funding political parties can have their way with these things. There's also Catholics CMCR Ghana call for immediate halt to illegal mining. I was at that protest on Friday, and proudly so, and we shall keep pushing. On the back page, there's Black Stars off to Libya for dicey second leg tie with Sudan. So now we are 7 points adrift of leaders Angola. 7 points adrift of them after their latest win. And we're struggling with Sudan.
Yeah, I'm not even looking at it. I don't want to get a heartache.
You don't want to get heartache?
No.
Then the news center is where I'll end. We paid Oliver Bakavoma's hospital bill. That's according to the police. Road crashes kill 1,817 people in 9 months, an increase of 8.35%. Coca urges SDA church members to vote on December 7, and Republic Bank unveils lowest mortgage interest rate. But there's also 777, that's an interesting number, new lawyers called to the bar, including Malik Dabu, Louis Autry, and our very own Philip Osei Bonsu,
Obi.
who is here with us in the multimedia group, Ecosystem. We congratulate all of them and all of those who graduated, including Marie Antoinette Anefi and all those others who graduated over the weekend, if you want to call it that. That's it for my batch of papers. Maybe 20 seconds each, final words, and we're out of here. Nanaya,
I just want
20 seconds, brief, straight to the point.
I just wanted to know what the Chief Justice meant by lawyers going on demonstration. Lawyers are also...
I didn't want to get into that. You're attempting...
No, because lawyers are also Ghanaians. I needed more clarity on
She
it.
talks somewhere about lawyers not engaging in things that's socially, economically, and all of that affects the country. Lawyers must not be part of activities that destroy the national economy, whether it is the political economy, the environmental economy, or the social economy. But I don't think what she's trying to say, I don't want to think that, because the Constitution gives every Ghanaian the right to demonstrate. So I don't want to go in there because
my father was a lawyer. Nanado is a lawyer, and they both had gone through demonstrations. Plenty.
Your point is made. Paul Grave.
Well, 54 days to the election. I would want to commend the Ghanaian people for listening and following the flag bearer of the new patriotic party, Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, and ask that our policies are very robust, very practical, very objective, and on 7th of December, they should look nowhere else but to look at number 1 on the ballot and to vote for Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia as the next president of the Republic of Ghana.
Those who joined us for this conversation, Sweetie Abochi, my colleague, and Nanaya Jantua, Nanaya Achepim Jantua, former General Secretary of the CPP, also having been with the PURC, Dr. Paul Grave Boakye Dankwa. He is government spokesperson on governance and security, and yours truly. I think this is where, if I were a musician, I'd be like, you know the name, right?
Hey.
For me myself. I wanted to get us all laughing. Let's head into sports up next.